Okay, so I'm gonna be reacting to or talking about somebody that was following us around this whole time, and she made a TikTok video. She ended up blocking my page, but you know me, I got many pages, so I was able to find this video of India X Miller talking about the Pride Festival and following us around, and she makes that very clear at the beginning here. Now, the word of the day is
Gripers,
I guess. And I didn't know what that was until I looked it up. But apparently it's kind of dumb. We're gonna watch this video, and I want to I think it's ridiculous because here's the thing. She's gonna use this platform to call out people she doesn't even know. She doesn't even know me. She has never talked to me, and half of the stuff that I'm seeing on the definition of
Gripers,
I disagree with. So it's insane. So she's throwing around this word now, just like the left does when it comes to racism or misogynistic or a fascist. They just throw these words around when they don't even know what it is. So we're gonna watch this video, and I'm gonna react to it and talk about it because I think it's absolutely ridiculous. I think I keep on calling India X Miller a she when it's a boy, it's a man, biologically came out of his mother's womb with a penis. But let's just watch this. If you want to support the channel, head over to the shop and pick something up today.
Happy Pride. I'm worn out from our Pride ceremonies or festival here in Southwest Florida yesterday. And part of the day I spent following some Groyper media around. If you don't know what Groyper is, look it up. Groyper. It's a word I didn't know, but I had to learn this year. But just a reminder that when you're out at festivals,
anybody that is a Christian and is doing media is automatically a
Gripers.
That's the logic that she has. My goodness, I need to stop misgendering Miller. Like, I seriously need to stop. It's so rude of me. I'm sorry, Miller. He has come to the conclusion that if you're Christian and you do media or you go around and you ask people questions, you're all of a sudden a
Gripers
or part of this organization or group of people.
Gripers.
According to Wikipedia, which Wikipedia is obviously the best and most trustworthy site that you can go to, but it's their website that the left uses. I get that because it's when you ask questions to the left, they go like, well, it's obvious. Have you not read Wikipedia? And it's just like, you use Wikipedia? So the
Gripers
or the
Gripers
army. So there's an army of this, or a group of Christian nationalists and white nationalists, loosely defined as followers, fans, or associates of Nick Fuentes. I don't watch him. I don't watch his content. I actually don't like his content. I'm not a fan of his stuff. They are named after a variant of Pepe the Frog, an internet meme. Isn't that what the Proud Boys did? They took like Pepe the Frog and they put him on the flag and everything. I think the Proud Boys did that too, which I think is funny. Like, we just use memes. But yeah, so apparently I'm a fan of Nick Fuentes, even though I don't like his content.
Gripers.
I attempted to introduce the politics into mainstream conservatism in the United States by various means and participating in the January 6th United States Capitol attack. So I was not there. I was not part of that. But okay, as well as the protests leading up to it. They have targeted other conservative groups and individuals whose agendas they view as counter to the concept of America First. I don't even know what the America First concept is, because when I see the America First, I think of anything that's like pro-America, right? Like freedom of speech, freedom of religion. So like America First, some obvious things like that. Freedom of speech, freedom of religion, equal justice, small government. I don't think we should have a big government. The
Gripers
movement has additionally been seen as homophobic, nativist, fascist, sexist, anti-Semitic, Islamophobic, in an attempt to rebrand the declining alt-right movement. The movement has also been called accelerationist. See, I'm just learning this right now. Like, this is weird. Yeah, I don't know anything about this. And then, yeah, okay. Yeah, she's tying me with a group of people that I have no idea about. I didn't even know this group existed. You know, I don't even know. I'm just a Bible-believing Christian that, you know, follows by the footsteps of the Messiah, Jesus Christ, Yeshua, HaMashiach. Like, I don't know what, apparently I'm part of an army that I have no idea about.
you're out at rallies and protests, and if somebody comes up and just has a camera or says they're the media, they don't have to have any credentials in a public setting, and they can do filming however they want in a public setting. That's First Amendment speech, which I do support.
You support it? Are you sure you support freedom of speech, Miller? Are you sure you support freedom of speech? Because if you really did support freedom of speech, you wouldn't have followed us around telling people not to talk to us. You were suppressing their speech and our speech by doing that. So are you really pro-speech? You wouldn't even have a conversation with us. You got offended and walked away. So, okay.
However, these are people that are baiting people with questions that they then spin in like a loving way or in a Christ-like fashion in their mind. It actually has nothing to do with Christ, or being Christ-like, but it's about focusing on just certain messages from the Bible about putting heavy objects around people and putting them in water, that sort of thing.
Yeah, you mean like don't cause one of these little ones to stumble, for it is better for you to have a millstone cast around your neck and cast into the water? You mean like that? Like that verse? I mean, why wouldn't you not agree with that verse? Cause not one of these little ones to stumble, for it is better for you to have a millstone tied around your neck and cast into the water. I mean, why would you want to cause a little one to stumble? Why would you take advantage of somebody who doesn't know much? Why? Because they're vulnerable?
So they're out there and they're like, I'm not causing any harm, but they'll video like the names of all the businesses involved to try to target them without ever saying it. You know, it's just really sweet. I just want to let you know these businesses were at this event that I don't stand for, and I think that people at this event, if they don't follow my beliefs, should have like large, heavy objects tied around them.
See, now she blocked me because I think she knew that I would watch it and probably make a video on it. Let me tell you one thing. I never even spoke of that. I never even spoke about that. I didn't even record businesses and proclaim anything over them. You know what we did do? At the beginning of the event, we walked through the whole event because we wanted to see what kind of people were there and what kind of people would be open to speak and talk to. So when we made our rounds back around, when we started to approach tables and start talking to them about what they had at the table, because we're not trying to bait people into anything. We want to know, like, why are they set up, like, what do you guys do, etc. So like when we approached the AIDS and HIV testing tent, we talked about that subject. We talked about, you know, young adults and teens and kids, you know, having this horrible disease, which, by the way, a sexual lifestyle will result to you getting that, okay? If you do not have control over your body and what you do and what you stick yourself into, then you're ultimately asking to get these diseases. And that's what I don't want. I want people to have self-control, not to go around and act like a rabbit. Is that bad? Is that me saying I'm taking advantage of somebody because they're young and innocent? No, I'm guiding them and telling them, don't go out and just enter somebody because you want to or feel like it. Resist your sexual temptations. Not only that, but we did talk about, I tried to talk about the effects of pornography in the brain. Studies have always come out showing that it literally morphs the brain. It morphs the part of the brain that helps make better decisions when it comes to love and when it comes to morals and when it comes to decision making in everyday life. It affects your love life too. Like, there's no study that will show that it doesn't. And then right after that, he got involved. Miller, the man-woman, got involved and said something to the lady at that tent. And then as we're walking away after we had a great conversation, she comes over like so hostile and upset that we recorded her, which she knew. She knew that we were recording. I had my camera out, my GoPro, and then my friend had his GoPro right out in front. So it's not like you didn't know.
Water. So be aware. I know I was misquoted as or at least maybe I misspoke, but I was just saying I want queer kids to grow up to become queer adults. I don't want their stories to be done before they become adults and unalive.
Why is that? Why are you so fascinated in that? You can't look at me and say that, oh, I'm so fascinated in people's sex life. No, I just want you to have control over yourself so you don't run into any problems psychologically and physically in the future. I want you to be able to look at your wife and know that she loves you and that you don't have to go and watch porn on the side. I don't want you to have to deal with mental problems and have to be prescribed drugs just to be able to have to get over your issues. I want queer kids to grow up as queer adults so their story doesn't end.
And they misquoted me. So, as I wanted queer kids to stay queer, which I guess I do. So I can support that, and I can support that because we are some of the most beloved people in the Bible, as the eunuchs, as the trans people. So,
have you not read Sodom and Gomorrah? The angels appeared as men, went into the city, went into a house, and all the people, including children, surrounded the house, yelling at the angels to come out so they could have sex with them.
just be aware. Know who you're talking to and listen to the questions they're really asking. Stay safe, stay loud, stay proud.
Goobers can't reason.
What questions was I asking that was confusing? You know, like what questions was I asking? As far as I know, I asked a question of like, do you think that the reason why children are becoming so sexually active at such a young age, do you think that sexual content and pornography is an effect on that? Basic question. Basic question, by the way. Not a confusing question. Basic question. Do you think that watching sexual content or contributes to children wanting to do those things? It's not a trick question. And if you think that, you're incompetent. You are weak in the mind if you think I'm trying to twist my words to trick you and have a gotcha moment. You know, that it was really another thing that I saw was an interview done by somebody on I forgot, it was like a documentary on pedophiles. And they all said, the pedophiles said, that they all started becoming sexually active when they started watching porn. So their first introduction to sex was porn. That's where they got their examples. So Miller, he's just upset that our presence was there. He was just upset that we were asking basic questions and just talking. That was a threat to him. So now he's calling us
Gripers.
which sounds so pedophilish. Like that sounds so weird.
Gripers.
Like we're groping people. That's so weird. I don't even watch Nick Fuentes. But I guess it's the word of the day, guys. It's just the word of the day.